Is there anything that you would like to share with the audience? As like a final word, just requests, comments, complaints, anything that you would just put forward to share?
Well, you seem to be interested in technology, and we've talked a little bit about it, and I've talked about my optimism and kind of a little bit of alignment with what we were just talking about in Recomendo of trying new things. What I would say about technology is that I try to be a minimalist in my own adoption of technologies. Despite the fact that I try many things, there are actually very few things that I will end up using for many, many, many years. And that's kind of deliberate in a certain sense. But that part of trying things I think, is really important for people as we head into new technologies. And the analogy that I would say is that I think it's unfair to try to judge technologies by imagining things, what they could do or couldn't do, their harms or problems, and that we should really evaluate technologies based on the data of how they're actually used. And therefore, what I suggest is that we need to use technology in order to find out what it's good for. So we need to embrace technology in order to steer it. I think it's okay to judge technology you've been using for a while, say like social media, and decide, okay, it's doing this and this is how it needs to change. That seems entirely fair to me. One of the things I did in 1989 was I brought together something called the Virtual Reality Jamboree, or it was called Cyberthon. And the idea was I brought together all the existing virtual reality setups at that time. We opened it up for 24 hours, and we wanted as many people to come in and try VR as possible, because even at that time, people were writing about VR who had never, ever used it. It was like,
It's
come
very
on,
common.
we're going to make this as public as possible. As many people could come in, so then you can write about it and what your experience was. So I would say my default stance is to embrace these technologies and embrace them, and through use, try to steer them where we want them to go.